If you wish to modify the groups that you've already created in one of your Buzz courses, you can do so through the People tool. So I'm going to go down to this English 1 course that I would like to access the groups for, and I'm going to click on the People icon. This will open up the people for this particular course, and I will then click on the wrench for the tools and click Manage Groupings. Here I can see the groups that I've already created within my English 1 course. From this page, I can access the settings for any of these groups by clicking on the name of the grouping itself. So I want to make some changes, let's say to this science fiction group. I can go ahead and click on the title, and then it will open up the group. Here I can then, adjust what group a particular student might be in, can make any changes I would like. I can delete a column to make fewer groups. I can add columns to make more groups. Another thing that you may choose to adjust is how you are generating groups based on performance, and you can determine what performance percentage that is based on. To do that, you would open up one of your groupings like I've done here, and then you would click on the 3 vertical dots and then select Score Display Options. You'll notice that by default, the Show Course Score is what is selected. And what this means is that when you are using those performance indicators to group students, that it is using the overall score in the entire course that you've selected. However, you can also select the Show Activity Score. And what this would do is when you select this option, you are then required to select an activity from the dropdown, because this particular setting will allow the groups to be made based on the student's score for a particular assignment in the course. So then once you make this selection, you would select which activity specifically you want the groups to be made based on the score on that activity. So I might decide I want it to be based on this theme topic sentence, so that maybe then my groups are created based on students' score of that one particular activity in my English 1 course. Once you've determined that that's the one you choose, you would select OK, and then you would go ahead and click Save. Back on the Manage Groupings page, you do have the option here, rather than just add grouping, you can also duplicate settings. So if you knew you wanted to set up another grouping, but you didn't want to have it differ much from one that you've already set up, so you want to use those settings all together, you can go ahead and click the Copy Grouping icon, and it will just make a duplicate of the settings of that previous group, and it will name it the name of the group. So in this case, science fiction, copy. You can change the name, so you might decide I want to use those same group settings, but for a fantasy genre unit. So you could rename it. You can still make any adjustments you'd like. So maybe for this particular assignment, I want to move some students around, and then you can go ahead and click Save, and you will see the new group has appeared. Here, you can also remove any groupings that you no longer want to use. So I could hit the trash can icon and delete a grouping.